Why you're not making Shopify sales, why you're not making affiliate marketing sales, I'm about to share with you guys right now throughout this video. One of the major key things that I first learned when I first got started, in the make money online space, probably about almost 3 years ago now, that nobody talks about. It's kind of ancient. I think people might have forgot about it. It's as popular as video marketing is, and pictures and content. Everybody forgets like this main one thing that is kind of like super important. And when people see that you're doing this wrong within the first 5 seconds, they decide to not buy your product. So I'm gonna share with you guys how to get better at what I'm talking about throughout this video. After I finish this workout, I'm in my private gym right now. Recently just acquired this with two of my business partners actually. We got an office upstairs. We're getting completely renovated right now. So just out here getting my workout in, been grinding all day. So I'm gonna finish this workout, show you guys a little bit of what I do, because it's important to stay healthy, important to be well balanced as an entrepreneur, because it's not just all about making money, it's about living a fulfilled lifestyle, being balanced, being healthy, and having money and having freedom. So after I finish this quick workout, I'm gonna share with you guys that one thing that, really changed the game for me, and it makes it so easy, so simple for me and other people who know the skill how to make money that nobody really knows, because it's not very popular and it's not a sexy thing to talk about. That's the reason nobody talks about it. That's the reason there's no courses on it, because it's not sexy. It's actually really quite annoying, but it's very simple. It is very simple. So let me finish the workout real quick. I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, so what's this number one thing I'm talking about that's holding you back from making sales? You probably don't even know what it is. It's called copyright. Not a lot of people even know what the fuck that means. I'm not talking about copyright like when you take somebody's music and it gets copyrighted so they don't monetize their YouTube videos. Copyright, I'm talking about literally like copy and then the word write with a W, W-R-I-T-E. So what that means is how you portray the text that you're writing. How does the text that you're writing in your ads, in your emails, how does that convey to your audience? How does it make them feel emotionally? Why does it make them want to buy your products? How does it give them a sense of urgency? But a lot of people tend to just be like very simple with what they're talking about, like buy this, 3 left, last one, blah, 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 blah. The same bullshit that you hear over and over and over by everybody. I feel like everybody kind of tends to say the same things, and nobody really gets creative with how they market. And if you've been following my stuff for a while, you probably already know. If you haven't, maybe you're new. But a lot of people kind of look at my stuff because I'm a very creative marketer. The way I market things is very unique, and I have a way different perspective than most marketers, which allows me to make a lot more money than most marketers because I know how to convey my message using copyright. So we'll head over, we're gonna get some protein burgers right now, a protein shake. I'm gonna explain a little bit more throughout this video. I'm also gonna touch on some other topics, talking about, should you drop out of school if you're starting to see success, if you think you're gonna see success, if you feel like, maybe you feel like school's not right for you, maybe you feel like you shouldn't be working a job, maybe you feel like, that's just not you. I'm gonna talk about, is it for you or is it not? A few simple things, how to actually tell if college is right for you or not. And I'm gonna tell you guys some other things where a lot of people tend to fuck up that's massively holding them back. So we'll hit the protein shop right now, or not protein shop, but it's like an organic place, something like that. But yeah, so see you guys there. All right, heading up to Muscle Maker right now. I'm gonna get my favorite protein burger. I don't even know what I want on it. They already know it for me. We get the same thing every time. But about to go get a burger right now and get a peanut butter vanilla protein smoothie. And then let's talk about copywriting. Let's talk about how to get you more sales. Let's talk about how to get your business to the next level. Let's talk about dropping out of college. Is it right for you? Let's get it. We got the gains right here. We got a burger in here. We got some potatoes in here. We got a protein shake in here. About to go back home. About to munch out real quick, and then I'm about to break down. I know I keep saying it, but so this channel right here is gonna be more like vlogs mixed with business, and then my actual business channel where it's strictly business, I'm gonna put the link in the description below. But I'm gonna show you guys a little bit behind the scenes of what I do day to day as an entrepreneur. So how I spend life outside of business, working out, going out, meeting people, networking, partying, celebrating, and then also my daily habits as an entrepreneur, working, grinding, and also sharing information with you guys. So if you like this style of videos, vlogs and shit, that's what you're gonna see on this channel. Either way, regardless, go sub to my other channel. But I'm about to go home, eat these fucking gains. That way I can get fucking swole, and I'll see you guys at home. All right, so I just got back from Muscle Maker and finished eating my food. I'm here with my little baby Gucci right now. He's like licking me, but he has his claws in my hands. Oh, Gucci, Gucci. All right, I'm gonna let you go. But yeah, so I'm gonna break down copywriting. Show you guys a little bit of the watch collection real quick. Some of the jewelry. Gotta make sure you keep it safe. Put a lock in here so nobody can steal it. I don't know if you guys can hear that on the mic, but my roommate out here gaming right now, not Fortnite lifestyle. Who plays Fortnite? Comment below. Say if you play Fortnite, I want to know. I haven't played it. I haven't played video games since like probably 5, 6, 7 years. But I might start streaming. A lot of people are getting in this, Twitch streaming area, and it's about catching trends. It's about being on the next wave. It's about not falling behind. So if I can use that to my advantage, I might start streaming and like talking about entrepreneurship while playing video games. Because when I did play, I was good. I used to be one of the #1 zombie players with COD in the world. So, but that was back in the day. But anyway, so I wanted to get into copywriting, how to structure the things that you're writing, in your ads, in your posts, in your emails, so people are, more willing to buy your products. And I'm not gonna go too crazy in detail because it's a lot to consume and there's no way. I wanna keep today's video kind of short because I know a lot of you guys are like, dude, why are your videos always so long? So I'm gonna, give you guys kind of the basics, just give you guys a more broad understanding of what this really means. That way you guys are not, overwhelmed. You guys are not, trying to, take 10 pages of notebooks, while watching this video. But so you can understand that there is a very important concept that you guys really need to grasp if you really want to make money online. So your whole goal with copywriting, and again, what copyright means literally just the text that you're inputting into, whatever ad, email, whatever you're writing, your blogs, whatever it is, any type of form of writing, okay? The whole goal of your, copyright is so that you can, create, valuable information that your customer wants to hear, information that is relevant to your ideal target audience, so you can drive a profitable action from your customers. So what does that mean? What you write needs to get your customers to buy shit. That's what it means. What you write needs to get your customers to buy shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, fucking $20, half off, free shipping, whatever strategy you're using right now, click the fucking link in my bio, that's just not gonna get people to buy. There's no reason for anybody to buy. There's nothing that wants to, that makes people want to create an impulse. There's nothing that creates any emotional attachment to the product that you're selling to the customer that you're targeting, okay? All right, so the first thing with copyright, I'm very good at this, and maybe you guys noticed this, but is like your headline. How do you originally get attention to come and see your product, to see what you have to say? If you can't even get somebody to hear what you have to say, you're never gonna get any money. That's like me owning a, Apple store and having no sign outside and not even having anybody standing outside letting people know that we sell Apple products. And yeah, but I'm standing outside saying, I got oranges inside, I got oranges, but people they're not going there they're going in there for oranges, but there's Apple products, like actual real Apple products, like phones and shit. So it's not the right target audience. So if you want the right target audience, you have to have a compelling headline. So maybe you saw my video that I uploaded the other day, why the FTC banned, dropshipping and affiliate marketing. If you didn't watch it, I'll put the link right here, go click it, go watch it. But the reason I did that is because the ideal people I want to watch this video are people who are involved in that space, dropshipping, affiliate marketing, making money online, because this is important information they needed to hear. So I had a very compelling headline, and it was, a bit clickbaity, but I explained why I use that headline, why it's important to the people who are listening to that video, and why it's their best interest to listen. And the responses I got from that video were insane. I have over literally 100 DMs on my Instagram, probably another few hundred on my Snapchat of people being like, Josh, this video changed my life. This changed my perception. This changed my business. Because of you, I'm gonna do this now. Somebody even said that they made 2K just by implementing the strategies that they watched from that video already. I was like, what the fuck? So understand that there's a reason behind everything. So the first things first is you need to have a compelling headline. A lot of you guys are using, you're putting the price of something inside your headline. You're never gonna sell anything like that. Guys, everything is half off, go get it. That's not gonna grab attention. You need to grab something, and I can't really give you guys a perfect example because every product is different. But what I am gonna tell you guys in this video, and I'm not gonna give you too much detail, because this is stuff that I go over in the eCommerce platform in high detail. And this is stuff that we talk about at events, high detail, and we give people, we break down, we do workshops and stuff. But what I want to tell you in this video is that open your mind. I'm not gonna give it to you, but look at other things, look at other marketers, look at other products that are being sold, look at big companies who are selling things, look at big YouTubers who have big videos that are going viral. See how they word their headlines, see how they're wording things to grab people's initial attention, and start practicing on your own and get an idea so you can create compelling ones yourself. This is why when you see email marketers, there's some email marketers who get a 5% open rate, and there's some who get a 50 to 60% open rate. The ones who get a 50% to 60% open rate have a very high, compelling, attention-grabbing headline, which means that ultimately they're gonna make more sales because more people are looking at their stuff. And that's just the first step though. The second step, the copywriting, is the content, the body, how are you appealing to your customers' emotions? How are you appealing to your customers' desires, their wants, their beliefs, whatever you're trying to do, Are you trying to sell them? Are you trying to give them value? Are you trying to show them something? Whatever you want your customer to do, your entire body and copy needs to revolve around that single action. So like it needs to add up. If there's any sort of misinformation, any dysfunctional things that don't correlate with each other, you're gonna lose the attention of your customer very quickly, which is gonna turn into a sale that does not convert, right? It's not gonna be a profitable action. If you want profitable actions over and over and over and over, you need to stay on the same topic. The whole, I'm talking about the body. We're not on the headline anymore. We're talking about the body, the content, the actual piece of your writing, your actual ad, your actual email, your actual blog, your actual website content needs to be all centered around one specific action that you want them to do, which is probably to buy, or to watch a video, or to click a link, or to check out a product, or to leave a review. Whatever that action is, you need to build, you need to take that one action, and the rest of your content needs to revolve around why that action is important and why it's in your best, why your customers' best interest for them to do that action. Once you have that set up, once you have you kind of your mission, what you want your customer to do, now you need to understand that your customer needs to know what the hell you're talking about. It needs to be use the right vocab words that are intriguing, words that make people feel some sort of emotion. There's a difference between this sound made a crack and this sound made a crunch, right? There's a difference. So use words that are intriguing and get people to be to feel a certain way. It could be sound effects. I don't know all the vocab, freaking words exactly. I remember they talked about it in freaking high school. But the words, you need them to feel the words, okay? So use words that are gonna be, but they can't be too complicated. You need to look at also who is your target audience, because whoever your target audience is gonna depend on if you're using super big words, super simple words, super easy words, super lucrative words. Who is your target audience, okay? So use words that your target audience can relate with. So if you're talking to, let's say somebody like Jake Paul's fans, you might be able to use words like, hey yo, what's up guys? We just launched this new product. Versus if you're targeting, 40-year-old middle-aged woman, it's gonna be like, good evening, we wanted to inform you, or we wanted to show you guys what we just released. So, whoever you're targeting needs to depend on what type of vocabulary you use, okay? You wanna use great transitions. How you transition from sentence to sentence. It needs to be smooth. It needs to stay on the point. You cannot, this is so important, because if you lose somebody's attention throughout these transitions, they're gone. It only takes 5 seconds for somebody to be like, I don't want to read this email. I don't want to read this ad. I don't want to read this. So keep them hooked the entire time, and you're more likely to land a sale. What you're posting, your ad, your email, your blog, your website copy, whatever it is, it needs to sound like what your customer's been looking for their entire life, like their entire fucking life. They should read your shit and be like, dude, this is what I needed. So, I like to ask questions in my copyright. So let's say I'm selling a jacket and I'm targeting people who live in a cold ass place. I would say stuff like, is it cold where you're at? Have you been cold recently? Are you getting frostbite on your fingers? Are you tired of having frozen freaking, notsicles, whatever they call it? When your snot is all freaking frozen. Are you tired of having that? Well, we just, solved that problem. You're not gonna have that issue anymore because of X, Y, and Z, okay? Now my customer's like, dude, I freaking had freaking frozen snot. I freaking had frostbite. I freaking have been cold. This is what I've been looking for, okay? So your copyright is super important, in terms of, what and how your customer feels, and that's your job to convey that message towards them. The next thing is you don't always want to be selling. Everybody always wants to sell. Like, if you try to sell, you're going to oversell. You're going to burn your audience out. You need to put out content that is relevant to them outside of them buying your product. Give them, tips, how-tos. I'm not going to go over everything again. I want to make this video not too long, but you can't always sell. I would try to, come up with some sort of formula that works. Maybe 3 content-valued, informational ads, products. Not products, emails, blog posts, whatever it is, and then 1 hard sell. Your sell though needs to be a sell. You can't have, I'm sorry, excuse my language, you can't have a pussy-ass little sell. Your sell is a fucking sell. Your goal is to make money. Your goal is to convert your customer into a buyer. You need to sell. That's what selling is. You need to tell somebody why they need your product, because most of the times, people don't know they need the product. They need it, but they don't know because because if they knew, they would already fucking have it. They're not smart enough, or they don't have enough information. Not necessarily they're not smart enough, but they might be a little bit ignorant on the subject. They just haven't had the background information because they haven't used the product before. So it's your fucking job to tell them why they fucking need the product. You have a moral obligation, you have a moral duty to give people what they fucking need. So if somebody needs it, tell them why they fucking need it. Don't be a shitty ass salesperson, because you're hurting not only yourself and your income, but you're hurting them, because if they need your product, you're doing yourself a disservice and you're doing them a disservice to not give them the product that they need, okay? So when you sell, make sure you actually sell and your logics and your points are clear and cut and concise, so your customer can relate quickly and decide that they need the product and they want to buy your product. I can literally go on copyright for like hours and hours and hours on just copyright. But I'm not gonna make this video this long. If you guys do wanna hear more copyright, comment and say, I wanna hear more copyright. Just say that below real quick, pause the video, go say that. But what I will tell you guys this. I talked about how you need to appeal to emotions and appeal to your customers. A lot of times, one good tip I can give you right now for copyright, if you wanna get your copyright and your writing skills to the next level, is stop trying to give all these numbers, all these claims, all these facts, all these studies, and tell stories. Customers can relate with stories a lot easier, and then telling them all these numbers and statistics, because you're gonna lose them. Nobody wants to read a bunch of numbers. Nobody wants to see all this information. So tell them stories that they can relate with, right? So they can see that, that kind of sounds like me, or that kind of sounds like something I've been going through, okay? And when they can relate to that, you're more likely to build that connection between your company, your brand, and your customer, compared to you just throwing a bunch of statistics inside of their face and losing their attention. So again, stories, over factual evidence. You still want to have the factual evidence somewhere where they can go, check it, they can back it up, they can see the guarantees, they can see the claims, they can see it's all legit, it's all authentic. But that's not how you're going to grab their attention at first, and that's not how you're going to keep them becoming a loyal customer, and that's not how you're going to build an emotional attachment to your brand. So what's important about copyright too, that a lot of people tend to forget, is that this shit applies in real life. Like, this is real life, bro. A lot of you guys are trying to build 6, 7 figure stores, businesses, companies, and you can barely fucking write normal English, grammatical English. I'm not saying you have to be a grammar Nazi, bro. I make typos all the time, but if you're saying shit that doesn't make any grammatical sense at all, that people can't read it, they can't understand what you're trying to say, you're gonna have issues. A lot of people, I'm gonna go through my messages right now, I'm gonna see if I can find anything, but people hit me up all the time, Josh, should I drop out? I'm 18, I'm 16, should I drop out of high school, should I drop out of college, should I go to college? And I can barely understand what they're saying. I'm like, bro, you need to go back to school. You need to go back to 5th grade, bro. I don't say that to be mean, but seriously, how can you run customer support for your business if you can't even speak, or not even just speak, but if you can't type basic grammatical English that makes sense? I see a lot of people, and it just doesn't make sense. I get these emails and I'm trying to understand what it says. I'm literally like, what? But these are people who are 18 years old, 22 years old, 25 years old, 30 years old, and are writing grammar that is worse than a 5th grader, bro. It's like that show, Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? A lot of you guys aren't. And I don't want to be mean, but if you want to, if you're gonna have customer support, you need to write emails, you need to write contracts, you need to do legal documents, you need to write copyright on your website. You have to do all of that stuff as an online business owner. And if your shit doesn't make sense, you need to fix that. And if you don't have the wits to write like that, it's okay. I understand not everybody was a grade A student, but hire somebody. You can go on Upwork, you can go on Fiverr, however the hell you say it, and you can get people to check your mistakes. You can get people to rewrite your stuff. You can get people to ghostwrite your things so it makes sense. You can get people to proofread it. It's $20, $30, $40, and it will sound like an English professor wrote it. I'm gonna check my DMs right now and see if there's anybody who is just saying some shit that I can barely read, because I'm telling you, dude, it's really bad. And I understand, that what I'm about to show you right now, they are direct messages. Not everybody is grammatical in direct messages, but I'm not gonna show you any attention if you're saying shit that doesn't make sense, okay? Whenever I go message somebody who I see of, high stature, of influence, I make sure to hit them up with a polite way. One, as a sign of respect, and two, just because I don't know how they're gonna reply back. I don't know if they're what is their typical resume when it comes to responding to people? Is it, political correct grammar? Is it slang? Is it just being lazy? That's what you guys, so always start, treating people and writing people, the right way, the way you learned in school. And then when you get to know them, then you can change that vibe up depending on how you know them and, what level of influence and, closeness you are with that person. All right, so here's one message right here that I got yesterday. Bro, could you make a video on the mentality that Tori had to develop to get where you are? Like, you can't even end a sentence with R. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Then many people could use the advice I be live. Like, how are you gonna have a conversation with me, bro? What you guys have to realize is, like, and again, I get it. People make typos, but fix it. All you have to do is send it, like if I make any typo when I'm messaging somebody, I put the little asterisk and I fix what it's supposed to say, because that's the representation on me. Because now, like, it looks like, if you don't fix it, it looks like, you don't know what you're talking about. You spelled it wrong. You didn't know you spelled it wrong. Or you're just super lazy. And those are all like bad characteristics and bad traits that successful entrepreneurs don't have. So I would see this and be like, okay, this guy wasn't even down to take the time out of his day to fix 3 simple typos and re-message me it. He's lazy. Like, so why should I share information with him? That translates into a store. That laziness translates into a store, into his business, into school, into his relationship. Like, that just translates. Laziness translates everywhere. So unless you're intentionally trying to spell things wrong, like you're putting the letter U instead of the word U, and you're putting like what's up, instead of spelling it like with W-A-T-S up instead of like spelling the whole entire word, like what's up, or like, or you're saying yo instead of hi. Like, if you're intentionally doing that slang, I get it. But if you're just spelling basic shit wrong, that's a big mistake. I know it sounds super like this is not a big deal, it sounds super cliche, but when I say this shit, carries on into business, it does. So when I see people send me this shit, you're out, you're disqualified. You're not even qualified to be a winner. All right, so here's another one. It says, bro, I like your work, motivation, you motivation people that came with Lutin into something. What's your name, man? But it's just so bad. I'm like, what are you saying? Like, Lutin? Like, what are you saying? And I don't want to, I'm not trying to roast on you guys, I'm not trying to clown on you guys, but like, understand these principles carry over. So like, a lot of you guys want to drop out of school, man, and you haven't made any money yet, and you can barely speak English. That's not a smart idea. That's really not a smart idea. You guys gotta understand. So I dropped out of school. I was 18, and I made my first $27,000 a month when I dropped out. On top of that, and I had a 1.1 in college, but I didn't focus on business in college, okay? I didn't focus on school. I focused on business in college. That's why it was bad. It wasn't bad because I was dumb. I had a 3.5, 3.3 minimum to even a 4.1 throughout high school. So I knew what the fuck I was doing. So a lot of you guys, and don't get me wrong, there is a small percentage of people, 1% of people who are not, academically talented, who go on to be entrepreneurs and go on to, see massive success still, okay? But you guys are like becoming obsessed with this dropout lifestyle, but realize that a lot of these dropouts are not dropping out of fucking, community college or high school or middle school. They're dropping out like, you're talking about like Bill Gates, you're talking about freaking Steve Jobs, you're talking about Mark Zuckerberg. They're dropping out of Stanford, Harvard, Yale, freaking Princeton. Like, they're dropping out of Ivy League schools. They're dropping out of, universities. They're not dropping out of, community colleges. They're not dropping out of the place they're supposed to, the continuation schools that they get their GEDs from. That's not where they're dropping out to start the million and billion dollar companies. So, and I'm not saying you need to be super smart to make money online. I'm not saying you need to be super smart. But you gotta know the basics, or you gotta have enough money to pay people that know the basics. And if you don't have enough money to pay people to do the basics, you gotta fucking learn the basics, because you'll never land, any success sounding like a dumb retard. And if you do, you're cutting yourself short of the success that you can have. I remember when my little brother first started his Shopify store about a year ago, the page was just so poorly created. Instagram was so poorly created, the copyright was so bad, and he still made like $8,000 his first month. And I was just so confused because, like, in terms of marketing and advertising, he followed the stuff that we taught him, inside the ECOM community. But in terms of like his copyright and that shit, I was like, bro, this is fucking horrible. How the fuck did you do that many sales? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And I realized because, back then, he had a very like in-demand niche, so it's very, very easy for him to do that. But when I went and I helped him create, the right captions, the right copyright, the right content, and rebuild his website where it looks more visually appealing, the copyright on the website is more appealing, the product descriptions are more appealing, he literally doubled his sales the next month with the same ad spend just by changing that, which means that's double the conversions, okay? So what you guys are like kind of forgetting is that, like, the other people, and again, I always talk about this because so many people, and whether you're new watching me, watching this for your first time, or you watched my stuff before, I'm always gonna keep talking about it because it's so important that people always forget is that you are trying to learn how to sell things online. That means there's somebody on the other screen who's, pulling out, one of their, I got a card right here, who's pulling out, one of their cards, right? Pulling out one of the cards and buying your product. So if I'm on my computer right now and I see your ad, blah, 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 like this looks freaking cool. I gotta get up, walk to my other room, I gotta grab a card, I gotta come over here, I gotta put my numbers into the computer, buy the product, wait for the product, get the product, okay? That's a lot of work. So how are you gonna make somebody get that, do that much work? Why is it worth them to get up, to go in the other room, to pull out their card, to buy their product, to give you their money, to wait a week, to wait 2 weeks, to wait 3 weeks to get your product? Why? If it's an informational product, why is it worth them to go up out of their room, grab their card, pay X amount of dollars so they can sit down on a computer and watch videos all day? Why is it worth their time? Why is it worth, more than what they're already doing? So you can easily, create that value where it is worth it just by the things that you say. But you can also make them not want to ever buy your shit by the words you say as well. So which is really important to have the correct copyright, to know what you're saying, to know what you're talking about, do not sound like a dumbass. Again, if you don't know the basics yet, you gotta go back. Don't drop out of high school, don't drop out of college. Stop asking me those retarded questions. Don't drop out until either one, you know exactly what the fuck you're gonna do with your life, or two, you got, bands already. You have a business that's successful, you're making money, you're killing it, you're winning, you know what you're gonna do, you know how you're gonna expand, and you're confident, and you have 100% conviction and belief level that you're gonna make it work. Stop with this, I'm gonna just fucking take a, jump for it. And it works, for some of you guys, you cold-blooded entrepreneurs, but a lot of you guys, it won't. So don't get yourself confused. Just because you watch entrepreneur videos on YouTube, because you watch my channel, you watch other channels, you buy trainings, you fucking go to events, you whatever the fuck you do, does not mean that you're a cold-blooded entrepreneur yet. You gotta mentally get there first. So don't think just because you do all this shit that you can just drop out and make money and follow some simple, easy steps and make money real quick. Again, it comes down to there's somebody that is a real person on the other side of the fucking thing that's buying it, which is really funny too. Which is why I see people I don't have a ECOM course or anything like that. We have the ECOM platform that's dropping soon. We have we done events and stuff like that, but it's not open and it's not a course. It's a platform of training and software and tools and shit like that. But I've been talking about e-commerce on my channel for over a year, almost 2 years on my Instagram. And what's crazy to me is that again, I've been preaching this whole time, there's always somebody on the other side who actually has to buy your stuff. They actually have to want it. It's a real person. Just like you're watching this video right now, is, just I'm on the opposite side of the camera making this video, there's the same type of, connection going on when you're selling things online. And I find it really funny that, again, I'm not against selling courses or trainings or anything like that. I just haven't released one, And I find it funny though, when I do see people release trainings and people are like, dude, you're just trying to sell me, you're just trying to sell this, you're just trying to make money, blah, 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 blah. All you do is sell things. And I'm like, wait, hold up. Aren't you watching this fucking video right now? Even you right now, if you ever thought that dumb shit, aren't you watching this video right now to learn how to sell things to people online so you can make money? So why would you get mad if somebody's selling you something online so they can make money? So if you're in that mindset right now, just know you'll never make money because you don't even know the basic, fucking principles of economics. You definitely need college. If you ever said that, or if you know anybody that ever said that, go tell them they need college because that's basic economics. That's controversy and contradicting yourself to the max. How are you gonna, I don't even wanna go into it because I'll just go on a whole another 30-minute rant. But with that said, copyright, one of the most important things to help get your brand, get your business, get your store to the next level. I hope you guys take this, with a lot of seriousness. You actually take it really serious. You actually go in, you actually learn it, you do some research on it, you study people. What I usually do, a little tip that you guys can do, is I subscribe to other stores, other businesses, other YouTubers, other marketers, to their email sequences. And I read their emails, look at the good ones, look at the bad ones. I try to get an idea of how I want to formulate things. I try to learn as much as I can, think of their thought process behind why they wrote it the way they did. Try to find similarities between these big companies, big brands. If they have a bunch of similarities in the way they're writing things, it probably means that it's working. So then I'll start to implement those strategies and see if it works for me, if that makes sense. So go subscribe to other people's, make a new email address, one that you're okay with getting spam emails to, and subscribe to as many email marketing sequences as you can. And then I also save ads. I save every ad I see. I save every link I see that is being promoted as a sponsored ad so I can learn, I can study it. And that's what you guys need to do. If you want to get better at copywriting, this will take your store to the next level. This doesn't include just your ads. Again, this includes your product descriptions, your titles for your products. This includes your email marketing. This includes your website descriptions, your copywriting, your website, your blogs. This includes everything that you can think of. It all converts to higher sales. It all converts into taking that person that's watching your stuff to making the action that you want, which is buying your product. So with that said, I appreciate you guys watching this video. What I need you guys to do is go to the link in the description below, check them all out. I have 4 new YouTube channels, subscribe to all 4 of them. I'm gonna be giving away $1,000. I'll make a video about this tomorrow. I'm gonna be giving away $1,000 once all of my channels get 1,000 more subs than they have right now, which is pretty much, they're all pretty close to 0. So once each of my channels hit 1,000 subs and one of them hits about 2,000 subs, I'm gonna be giving away $1,000, either 100 to 10 people or 1,000 to 1 person. Let me know in the comments below. Should I give 1,000 to 1 person or should I give $100 to 10 people? So comment below, what do you wanna win? Let me know if you subscribe to the 4 channels below. Let me know your thoughts on this video. You can put it all in 1 comment, you can put it in 2 comments. Actually, put it in 3 comments. Make it 3 different comments so that way it's not like all like fucking mumble jumbled and I can kind of sort through each comment based off what the topic is. But put 1 comment on $1,000 to 1 person or 100 to 10, and then make another comment what your thoughts were about this video, copyright, what are you gonna do, are you gonna implement it, and then put hashtag copyright. So put your comment, your thoughts, anything you observed, anything else you want me to talk about in future videos, and then put hashtag copyright, okay? Copyright, W-R-I-T-E, not R-I-G-H-T. And then I think I told you guys to comment something earlier in the video as well. I don't remember, but whatever I did, if you did comment on that already, congratulations to you. Appreciate you for tuning in and being engaged and interacting with my stuff. With that said, hope you guys like this video. I'm gonna be producing more content on a daily basis. Got some sick things coming up. Got some dope things coming up. Again, this channel is gonna be more about vlogs, more of my daily lifestyle, and I'll give you guys some information towards the end of my vlogs and then throughout the vlogs. And I got my new business channel that's strictly gonna be business videos like this, but the whole way through without the vlog. It's getting hot. I'm getting tired. Been working all day, grinding all day. So appreciate you guys watching this video. Catch you on the flip.